Live. We are on live. Okay. So this week is the Yieldex. I feel, first of all, that this was too easy. I feel like I missed something big. And I'm looking at Adam's spreadsheet, and now I'm really thinking that I did.
No, I just pulled up the last worksheet and threw something on there to intimidate you.
Yeah, good job. Okay, so let's see. Let me go open my questions. We have to start off with a group vote, and we need to vote about if Doug should accept the turn offer, yes or no. And so we have to say who thinks that he should accept the offer. Anybody?
Yes, I think I should accept.
Why?
Why not?
Well.
Well, there are some other later in the questions explains the reasons, you know.
Yeah.
But one of that is I don't see Kozman as a business guy. I see him more as he wants to go safe and go with his family and do the work.
However, it did say that he would not be the owner. He would still stay as the CTO, which would keep him in the engineering side of it.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Okay. So let's see. Voice your opinions. Okay, so support your evidence. Sorry, support your arguments with evidence and analysis of why you think he should take it. But just so you say, just because he's not a business guy.
Well, I have some other ones.
Okay.
So, Kozman and Shields, because if he would not sell the company, he would be with Shields. They seem very different in personality, and not just in profession.
Okay.
And we see how Shields trying to kind of debate with him to hire Barr, which used to be a CDO as well, which I can see them firing then Kozman because the direction of the company was going in a different place.
Mhm.
Selling the company, he would get $4 million. Million cash in the first time.
Hey, Grizel. You're going robotic.
Can you hear
me? Like I know you're saying something, but you're going robotic.
Yeah, mine is breaking. I can't really hear you guys.
Elvis, try turning your microphone on. Mute it. Adam, it might be whatever you have.
Sorry, I can hear you.
Is that better? Grizel, try and say something. No. Madison, are you having problems hearing them too?
Yeah, I can't hear. I mean, I can hear you, but that's the only person that I can hear.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Adam and Chelsea, I can hear.
I think if everybody just hits the the mute microphone button, that might help, and then as we take turns talking, we can just unmute our microphones.
Okay.
It's quiet.
You want to try something, Grizel? Did we lose them? Elvis, can you still hear us?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. Hello.
Hey, Elvis,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. I think we lost the
Good.
other guy.
Okay.
He just hasn't moved in a minute. So, all right. I guess we should just keep going. Did anybody else agree with him about him taking that money or taking that offer?
I was kind of confused on it, so I'm still not sure which one I would go with.
Okay.
That's where.
Um, I don't think there was enough information given as far as the financing goes, unless I just didn't look at it right. That would have been important. It also talked about, well, maybe that's later. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I think they have these questions laid out in a way that you can answer them all in like 2 seconds. So, let's see. How much money did Doug receive? As a group realized that it is not likely that nobody had a fully correct answer in these questions. Here are some hints. So this is why I was thinking that this was just too easy, because like I figured out how much he would lose, because if you read through the data and look through his deals, he's going to lose a lot of money because he has to pay those angel investors back first before he can earn anything himself. Is that right? Yeah, see, Adam's reading it right now. I don't know if I can share my screen. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I can.
So, in the angel round, this is what he has: 3 investors at $100,000 each at 8%. So I just kind of did a rough math over here on the side. If he just had to pay them back later, I mean, really, he's only looking at $500,000. But if he sells it in the case of cash, they double. They get double their capital and with double the interest rate. Am I right on that, Adam? Did you understand that too?
That's what I'm reading through right now. I
Because,
just took a screenshot of that portion of the case.
Okay.
I think you're right.
Because it says double capital, double and interest, so I assumed that was double too. So they get their $200,000 plus 16% of that, which is $32,000. So he would have to pay back that $696,000 out of his $2 million. And then the same thing with the shares. So they get 25% of the 2 million shares. So that's all of his shares right there. And then if you look at his $2 million, whatever he had left, which is $1.3 million, that's only 10 months of the salary that he was giving himself of $120,000. So that's my.
Was that 120 per month? I thought that was per year.
Oh, that maybe that's going to be a big difference. So yeah. Let me double check this.
But still, I mean, if he stuck with the company for 10 years, if he was able to do that and
Mm-hmm.
keep 120 grand a year, that's not bad money.
Right. Where did I see that?
But what are you looking for?
Oh, yeah, right. Annual salary of 120.
Oh. Literally staring at all of this. My mind just went blank. Oh.
So I don't know. Even if I took that part out, so he still has to pay them back. He's only going to come out with like 1.3 million, which is not the whole 2 million he thought. And then you can go into, if you look at the appendix, I think Adam had it up on his thing in here, but Exhibit 5 shows comparable company transactions. So if he waited it out and he sold his company, the highest one in here is $850 million. So even at 25% that he's going to have to pay back his angel investors, 25% of 850 million is still a lot of millions.
Yeah.
Oh, Elvis, I see you on there twice. And does anybody have anything against that? There you go, yeah. See, even if he was at $275 million, that's still a lot of millions. It's more than the 2 or the 1.3 that he would end up taking home. Anybody have any? Is that it? I mean, I feel like that's way too easy. Am I missing something?
I think it looks good. And that was kind of my rationale for not selling the company right away is the comparable companies in Exhibit 5.
Yeah.
It looks like he's onto something big, so.
Absolutely, and he doesn't have to be the CEO. He can sit back and just do the things that he wants to do and watch the company grow. Yeah, he might have to give away half of that, but still half of $275 million, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
He might have to wait it out a couple of years to get to that point, but if you were guaranteed a couple $1 million like that, would you be able to wait?
I would.
Because if he sells it to Turn right now, he's going to lose pretty much all credit. They're going to get in there and they're going to change it and they're going to put their names on it, and all he's going to have is the patent rights. Which in of itself you can sell for a couple $1 million, but that's, one time done. He can continue to make money if he kept the company going.
All right.
The only thing that I am kind of like against that,
Uh-huh.
I get the numbers and stuff, is the risk that he might get fired, and is the risk that will the company be successful,
Okay.
If those are right, if he will stay in the company, if the company is successful, yeah, I agree with you. But let's take an example like the Apple company. Steve Jobs got fired from his own company. He gave shares, he gave equity. He was a co-founder, right? And he called another CEO, and they went differently the way he wanted the company to.
Mm-hmm.
So they fired him. And Apple wasn't doing very well without him. So what they did is that they bought a company that Steve Jobs founded, another one. And so they bought the company, they hired back Steve Jobs, and he owned more equity after that, and he had to redo again the things.
Okay.
So there is the cons to that as well, right? I know he could make more money, but as
Yeah.
we see, Shields wasn't very, he was gonna hire Barr. He was gonna go his way. He he didn't want Guzman to kind of like put his nose in. So
Another thought with that